Well, to my surprise, I came up with another topic far sooner than I had actually anticipated. So, I have been told in the past that the world is a better place with me in it, but to me, they might as well have been saying that hell is a better place with me in it. Could you imagine saying that to somebody while they're being poked and prodded with pitchforks and burned in fire? How insulting that would be. To tell them, hell's a better place with you in it. That's what I see our world, our universe, as. Just a big hell realm. That's what I see it as. So with that being the case, I understand that while my life may actually be going decent at the moment, there are actually people out there in the world right now who have nervous system malfunctions going on, where they probably do feel like they are being poked and prodded with pitchforks all the time. Literally, they probably feel that in their nervous system. Could be in their feet, could be in their arms. There's people that have scoliosis, where their spines are all twisted, and it probably feels to them like their spines could just snap in half by themselves at any point. That's probably what it feels like for them. I can only imagine how terrible these different disorders are for people. And then there's the cancers, there's all that kind of stuff too. And just because I'm not experiencing that stuff right now, that does not automatically mean that I am safe from being next on the chopping block, we'll say. Because the big suffering of life, I'm talking the pitchforks and the fire, that can just find you at any time. It's just a matter of, is it randomly going to be your turn? Will it randomly be my turn to experience the autoimmune dysfunctions? Will it be my turn to experience the cancer, the car accident, anything you can think of? But yeah, I have been told that the world is a better place with me in it. And you know what? I don't even honestly know if I even agree with the idea or not. Because while I do care about the suffering that's happening, I don't necessarily want the world to be a better place. I guess what I really want is the world's destruction. Its complete annihilation. And while I understand people will be against that idea, because to cause such a thing would require you to take life away from others by force, which is what I see murder as, I would unfortunately be doing that very thing, because while there are a lot of living things that definitely do not want to exist here, there are also living beings that do want to be alive. So I guess it's just a matter of determining if the destruction of the earth really is the best thing for everyone. I think for me it's just a matter of, I just don't want to be a part of it. Whether the world gets destroyed or not, I just don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to be in hell. This could just be the first circle of it. Because as far as I know, I could have been born into hell from the start, and all I'm going to do is sink further and further down into the depths of it throughout my continued, forced, potentially eternal existence. Like, I don't want to exist forever in a hell realm where there is immense suffering. And the suffering of others affects me just as much as my own, if not more. I know I have said that before, but I mean that because it really is a double problem where you not only care about the suffering of others, but you also know that at any random point you could be next to experience it. And I could be next to experience it. I always know that. You know, I have experienced samples of... I mean, they were pretty heavy samples, I will say. But they were samples of the worst suffering imaginable in this world. I have only experienced samples, even though they were pretty strong, flavored, and not in a good way. I guess I'm losing my train of thought here. All I know is I am in a hell realm. I don't want to exist in it. And I want to either find a way to peacefully end my existence so I don't have to be a part of it, or destroy it from within. But how do you destroy hell from within? How do you do that? That is the real question there. Is it even possible to do something like that? I would suppose that if the hell realm really was created by an intelligent designer of sorts, we'll say, if it really was, and whether I want to or not, I kind of think there was a creator of some kind. But the creator of the hell realm, it's like only a sick mind could have designed a world or a universe like ours. Only a very sick, demented mind could have invented it. And while there are things in the universe that are pretty cool, you know, like nebulas and stars, things like that, you also have the black holes and the supernovas, but the supernovas are pretty cool too. And then you have people that don't even think there is a universe. They just think the Earth is a flat, round disc and that Antarctica is an ice wall around the outside edge. I don't know what to think of that. That's kind of strange to me. I'm kind of rambling a little bit, but I think that the cool stuff that you see in the world and the universe are really just there to distract you from the fact that you are in a hell realm. You know, it's deceptive in that way, to where a lot of people are in denial just because there are some good things here. But you only get to enjoy the good things for a little while, until it's your turn to experience the illness or the car crash. Until it's my turn to experience the illness or the car crash. My fault or not, it's going to be my turn at some point. Like, that is the future for me. Accident or crash, or accident or illness. accidental car crash or illness. That's what I have to look forward to. Especially if I live through old age. Which I think old age is for masochists, if you ask me. If people want to live until they're 90 or 100, they can be my guest. I wish them the best of luck, but that's not me. I see no desire or no point in extending my life as long as I possibly can. I just want to enjoy the good things in the moment until I can't anymore. Whatever happens after that is a mystery to me, but yeah, it's like when you exist in a hell realm and you know about it, and somebody tells you it will be a better place with you in it, well, while you're being tortured, that's insulting. The person may not intend for it to be an insult, but the statement is still insulting. To tell you that hell is a better place with you in it while you are being tormented. Could you imagine saying that to somebody? Seriously, I can't imagine. I mean, I can imagine it. It's just that I don't want to ever tell somebody that. You know, I know that would be insulting if I said that to somebody while they're being tormented. And then you have people who ask, why is suffering bad? Well, people and animals can tell you in their own way that it's bad. You can see it. You can hear it. You can see and hear the misery, and that is why you know it's bad. And you know it's not necessarily the fact that suffering exists that's bad. It is the extent that it can reach. That is what is bad about it. People are asking the wrong question. They should be asking, well, why is the worst suffering imaginable bad? That is what people should be asking. Yeah, why is the worst suffering imaginable bad? If a person can come up with a good, genuine answer for why that is the case, that would be pretty incredible, I would have to say. I mean, to me, I feel like that, of course, is bad, you know. But have I objectively proven it to the psychopaths out there? I don't think I've been able to do that. I just deep down know that the worst suffering imaginable is bad enough that it shouldn't exist or even be possible. But there it is. Anyways. And that's how I know I'm in a hell realm. Just because I haven't experienced the worst yet doesn't mean I won't. I could always be next at any random time to experience the pitchforks and the fire. No, it could always be my turn at any time. But I'm surprised that I came up with this topic so quick. Hopefully somebody out there likes this. If they do, well, that's good, I suppose. But if you dislike it, I guess that's all right too. You know, people can say, you know, people have different opinions on what the world is, but the difficult part is objectively proving what the world actually is, besides just a big rock covered in living beings and plants. It's covered in plants, insects, people, all the mammals and reptiles. And of course, you got to know that the wild animals are being tormented as well out there. You got the animals in the factory farms being tormented, and to me, that suffering is bad for sure. I am completely against being the cause of that. But the wild animals, there is nothing that can really be done for them without completely destroying hell from in the inside. You know, the animals that are being eaten by the tigers, the bears, the alligators, the snakes, anything you can think of like that. You gotta know that whatever's being eaten by those things is experiencing the hell realm to the worst that they can possibly experience it. So yeah, when somebody is in a hell realm and you tell them that hell is a better place with them in it, whether you intend on it or not, that is an insulting thing to say. And that's... I rambled on for a long time, longer than I meant to, but that was what the topic was. So I'm going to end it now.